They told you vitamins were harmless. They said you couldn't take too many, that if it's natural, it must be safe. But what if all of that was wrong? If you're over 60 and taking vitamins daily, especially over-the-counter ones without a second thought, you might be unknowingly sabotaging your own strength, one tablet at a time. Now, this isn't fear-mongering, it's a wake-up call, because after 60, your body changes, your digestion slows, your absorption shifts, your kidneys, your liver, your muscles all function differently than they did at 40 or even 50. So the supplements that once supported you may now be overwhelming or even harming your system. Let's be honest, there's a dangerous myth still floating around. If a little is good, more must be better. That's how so many seniors end up taking megadoses of vitamins, sometimes stacking the same ingredients across multiple bottles. Here's another. It's natural, so it must be safe. Hemlock is natural, so is arsenic. The word natural on a label doesn't guarantee safety, especially in older bodies already coping with medication, joint issues, and reduced muscle mass. And then there's the biggest one of all. If my doctor or pharmacist recommended it, it must be fine. But most GPs don't specialize in geriatric nutrition. They often assume supplements are safe across the board, when in fact, a dose that benefits someone at 30 can be toxic at 70. Here's the truth. If you've been taking supplements because someone told you it was healthy, you're not at fault. You were trying to take care of yourself. You were doing your best with the information you had. But the rules change after 60, and no one told you that. In the next few minutes, we'll expose the 5 most common vitamins that may be silently stealing your leg strength and causing those awful cramps at night, and we'll show you exactly what to do instead. Because you deserve to know the truth and take your strength back. If you've noticed your legs getting weaker, struggling on the stairs, wobbling when you stand, or cramping up at night, you're not alone. And no, it's not just aging. There's a very specific reason why your legs are often the first to suffer after 60, and it's not just because of wear and tear. You see, as we age, the body naturally loses muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. But it doesn't affect all muscles equally. It hits the largest muscles first, and those are in your legs. Your thighs, calves, and glutes are responsible for almost everything: standing, walking, balance, even preventing falls. So when these muscles weaken, it feels like your entire foundation is crumbling. But here's the kicker. Some vitamins, yes, even the healthy ones, can speed up this process when taken in the wrong amounts. And why does it get worse in the legs? Because blood flow to the extremities declines with age. Your brain and core organs still get priority, but your knees, your ankles, your feet, not so much. That reduced circulation means fewer nutrients, slower healing, and more strain during even simple movements. Add to that declining nerve sensitivity, and suddenly, you're not just weak, you're unstable. Take Sandra, for example, a 67-year-old retired teacher. She thought her muscle aches were due to arthritis, but when she stopped her high-dose B6 supplement, her nighttime cramps and wobbly knees improved within weeks. Her doctor admitted later her levels were too high for her age and weight. This isn't rare. It's happening to thousands of seniors every day. But now that you know why it happens, it's time to look at what's causing it. In the next chapter, we'll begin our countdown of the 5 worst vitamins that may be draining your leg strength, starting with one that's probably sitting in your cabinet right now. Let's begin the countdown with vitamin number 5, one most seniors are told to increase. yet it may be quietly causing your muscle cramps and fatigue. Magnesium. Surprised? You're not alone. Magnesium is often recommended for sleep, stress, and even muscle function. And yes, it can be helpful when balanced. But here's where the danger comes in. Many seniors are unknowingly taking too much. You see, magnesium competes with other minerals, especially calcium and potassium, and when the balance tips too far, it can trigger the very things it was supposed to prevent: muscle cramps, weakness, even irregular heart rhythms. And if you're also on blood pressure meds or diuretics, which many over 60 adults are, your body's ability to regulate minerals is already compromised. What looks like a safe dose on paper can become a problem in the real world. Consider Robert, a 72-year-old veteran. He began taking a 400 milligram magnesium supplement every evening to help with sleep. Within 2 weeks, he noticed deep leg cramps waking him at night. He thought it was dehydration, until a blood panel revealed elevated magnesium levels and low calcium. He didn't stop magnesium altogether. He just adjusted the form and dose under guidance. And the cramps? Gone. Here's the truth. Magnesium isn't bad, but blindly supplementing it, especially without knowing your current levels, is a gamble. And seniors are the most at risk. If your legs are aching and your balance feels off, magnesium might not be the fix. It might be part of the problem. Coming up next, we'll look at vitamin number 4, one that's praised for bone health, but could be stiffening your joints and draining your leg power without you realizing it. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, praised for its role in bone health, immunity, and mood. But what if I told you that too much vitamin D, especially after 60, could be slowly robbing your legs of strength? Here's the truth. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means your body stores it. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, it doesn't just flush out if you get too much. Over time, high levels can lead to a dangerous condition called calcification, where excess calcium starts depositing in your soft tissues, including muscles, arteries, and joints. And guess what happens next? Stiff joints, heavy legs, cramps, weakness, all while thinking you're doing something good for your bones. Many seniors are prescribed or self-supplementing high doses of D3, some 4,000 IU, 5,000 IU, or even more, daily, often without pairing it with vitamin K2, which is critical for directing calcium to the bones instead of soft tissue. Take Helen, 68, who was taking a high-dose D3 capsule for her osteoporosis. After months of worsening joint stiffness and pain in her thighs, her doctor discovered her D3 levels were nearly double the recommended range, and no K2 in her regimen. Once balanced out, her mobility began to improve. This is a common oversight. Even well-meaning doctors may not emphasize the need for proper cofactors like K2 or magnesium, and seniors suffer the consequences. So yes, vitamin D is essential, but more is not better, and if you're taking it without supervision or balance, it might be making your legs feel like concrete. In the next chapter, we'll reveal vitamin number 3, a common ingredient in energy supplements that may be quietly damaging your nerves and muscles. Coming in at number 3 is a vitamin you've probably taken for decades, especially if you've ever been told you need more energy. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, it's found in multivitamins, energy boosters, and even some protein shakes. But after 60, your body becomes much more sensitive to it. And too much of it, especially over long periods, can quietly damage your nerves and weaken your legs. That's because excess B6 is neurotoxic in high doses. It can lead to symptoms like tingling in your feet, loss of balance, numbness in your legs, and even reduced coordination while walking. Here's the kicker. B6 toxicity doesn't happen from one big dose. It happens slowly, over time. And since it's included in many different supplements, seniors can end up stacking B6 from multiple sources without realizing it. Consider Maria, age 65. She was taking a multivitamin, a women's over 60 supplement, and a mood-boosting B complex. Her total B6 intake, over 200 milligrams a day, more than 10 times the safe upper limit. She started noticing pins and needles in her legs and assumed it was poor circulation. But once she reduced her B6 intake, her symptoms gradually faded. Here's the hard truth. Most seniors don't need extra B6 unless they have a diagnosed deficiency, yet many are taking it daily, just because the bottle said energy. So, if you've been feeling weaker, shakier, or more off balance than usual, it's worth checking how much B6 you're really taking. Coming up next, vitamin number 2, a supplement almost every senior is told to take for bone health, but it could be doing more harm to your muscles than you ever imagined. If there's one supplement nearly every senior is told to take, it's this one. Calcium. We hear it everywhere. Take calcium for strong bones, prevent fractures, protect yourself from osteoporosis. But here's the twist. Too much calcium, especially in supplement form, can weaken your muscles, stiffen your joints, and cause leg cramps that only get worse with age. Here's why. Calcium needs balance. Your body relies on magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2 to help calcium go where it belongs, into your bones. But when calcium levels are too high, or when it's taken without those cofactors, it can build up in the wrong places. That includes your arteries, kidneys, and yes, even your leg muscles. The result? Cramps, muscle fatigue, joint pain, and ironically, a greater risk of falls, even though you are trying to prevent them. Let's look at Tom, age 70. After a minor fracture, he was prescribed a calcium carbonate supplement. He doubled the dose, thinking more would speed up healing, but within 2 months, he started waking up with stabbing cramps in his calves. His blood tests showed elevated calcium, but low magnesium. The solution wasn't more calcium, it was less. Many foods already contain calcium. Dairy, leafy greens, even fortified juices. But seniors often take supplements on top of that, unknowingly creating overload. And here's something you might not hear at the pharmacy. Harvard researchers found that high calcium intake in older women was linked to more frequent muscle complaints and digestive issues. So ask yourself, are you taking calcium just in case? Or are you taking what your body truly needs? In the next chapter, we reveal the #1 worst vitamin, a supplement that could be rusting your strength from the inside out. And now we've reached the #1 worst vitamin that could be silently draining your energy, damaging your muscles, and making your leg cramps worse with every dose. Iron. That's right. Iron supplements, especially in seniors without an iron deficiency, can do far more harm than good. Most people associate iron with strength, stamina, and blood health. And for those who are genuinely anemic, it can be life-changing. But here's what no one tells you. After age 60, iron overload is far more common than iron deficiency. Why? Because your body's need for iron declines as you age, but it doesn't have an easy way to get rid of extra iron. When you keep supplementing it, especially from multivitamins or energy blends, it starts building up in your liver, joints, and muscles. This buildup causes oxidative stress, kind of like rust forming inside your body, and that rust eats away at your strength. Take Leonard, 66. He was feeling tired and started a men's multivitamin with added iron. Within a month, he noticed more leg cramps and stiffness in his joints. A routine checkup revealed his ferritin, stored iron, was sky high. His doctor immediately told him to stop the iron, and within weeks, his legs felt lighter and his energy returned. This isn't rare. In fact, many seniors, especially men and postmenopausal women, don't need any extra iron at all. Yet most over-the-counter vitamins still include it just in case. So if you've been taking iron without being told you're deficient, it may be time to stop. The price you pay for that extra strength might just be the strength you lose. Next, we'll explore why it's not just what you take, but how, when, and what it's mixed with that determines whether it helps or harms. By now, you've seen how some vitamins, when taken in the wrong form or at the wrong time, can quietly rob your legs of strength. But here's something just as important. It's not just what you take. It's how, when, and what else you're taking with it that matters. Your body after 60 doesn't absorb nutrients the same way it used to. Stomach acid levels are lower, metabolism is slower, and other medications can interfere without warning. Take calcium, for example. If you're taking it with iron, both fight for absorption, so neither wins. Take magnesium too close to your thyroid meds, it can reduce their effect. Even something as simple as taking your multivitamin with coffee or tea can block absorption of key minerals. And then there's stacking. You might take a multivitamin, plus a bone health formula, plus an energy blend, all without realizing they contain overlapping ingredients. Suddenly, your B6 is 300% higher than recommended. Your D3 is double the safe limit. And you didn't even know it. It's not your fault. Supplement labels are confusing. Most seniors were never taught how to read them, or how supplements interact with age-related changes. But now you know better. And in the next chapter, I'll show you exactly what to do instead. 4 simple rules to protect your strength, reduce cramps, and feel confident on your feet again. Now that you know which vitamins may be silently working against you, let's shift the focus. Because the goal isn't just to avoid harm. It's to rebuild strength, reduce cramps, and help you feel stable and confident again. Here are 4 simple rules every senior should follow when it comes to supplements, especially for leg health. Rule 1. Only take what you need. Get a blood test before supplementing anything. Guesswork is dangerous. Many vitamins, especially fat-soluble ones like D or A, can build up and become toxic. Your body doesn't need everything, just the right things. Rule 2. Use food first. Instead of reaching for a pill, reach for your plate, leafy greens for magnesium, wild salmon for D, eggs and avocados for B vitamins. Real food comes with built-in balance and fewer risks. Rule 3. Watch for overlap. If you take more than one supplement, check the labels. You might be unknowingly doubling or tripling your intake of B6, iron, or calcium. A simple chart or checklist can help avoid stacking. Rule 4. Ask the better questions. Don't just ask your doctor, "Is this safe?" Ask, "Is this safe for someone my age, my weight, with my medications?" Make your health personal again. You don't need a dozen pills to feel strong. You just need a smarter approach. And in the final chapter, we'll bring it all together with one empowering message every senior needs to hear. You've made it to the end, and that tells me something powerful. You're not someone who settles. You're not here to accept weakness, pain, or that slow, creeping loss of independence. You're here to take your strength back. The truth is, no one warned you that vitamins could backfire. No one told you that the very pills you trusted might be silently draining your energy, causing those sharp leg cramps, or making stairs feel like mountains. But now, you know that after 60, your body changes, your needs change, and the rules of nutrition, they change too. This isn't about fear, it's about power. Because with the right knowledge, you can stop the cycle. You can choose smarter supplements. You can eat for strength, move with confidence, and rest without pain shooting through your calves. You don't need to be a doctor or a health expert. You just need to ask better questions. And you already started today. So the next time you pick up a bottle, take a moment, read the label, ask yourself, is this helping me or could this be hurting me now? Because real strength, the kind that keeps you walking, climbing, dancing, and living, doesn't come from a capsule. It starts inside. And it starts with you. If this video helped you, share it with a friend. Leave a comment with the vitamins you're rethinking. And subscribe if you believe that smart is stronger at any age.